Hey Tugboats, before you watch this video today, I just wanted to give a quick disclaimer and tell you all that this video does have sensitive content in it. We will be talking on the subjects of alcohol abuse, and if it's something that's very uncomfortable for you to watch or listen to, please skip this and we can just recap in a new episode. But for those of you who are proceeding with this video, proceed with caution, and I hope you enjoy the video today. Hey Tugboats, it's Shiipty, and welcome back to the channel for another part of my Sims 4 series, Life with Gabby, Single Mom. So guys, we are back with Miss Gabby, and I just want to jump right into comments, y'all, because let me tell you, her sink just broke. How unfortunate. Poor Gabby. But I just wanted to jump into comments, guys, because so many of you all had so many different opinions onto how you felt about how Gabby reacted to Margot's proposal. So there was some of you that agreed with the fact that she said no, and then some of you also just kind of disagreed with her no. So for example, we have a subscriber by the name of Lily B. Simming. Hey Lily, I love your comments so much. Lily says, Gabby sucks. I do get why she said no. I do, but she feels the same way he feels about her. This up and down roller coaster ride they both are doing to each other is going to cause them both to go their separate ways. I feel so bad for Aldo. I just knew Gabby was going to say yes. So Lily was under the impression that Gabby was going to say yes for the proposal. And then we have other subscribers like Nascent. I hope I said your name right. Oh my gosh. But I see your comments all the time as well. And they said, I think she did the right thing. Too often as women, we allow pressures from others to put us in situations that aren't necessarily the best for us or right timing. I think it's a chance for both of them to make time to heal and really figure out their adult selves, not what was in teenhood. Aldo should go stay with his dad for a minute. Let him learn and get a better perspective. I like that. I personally think that, and a lot of you all know this, but Gabby has not really let Aldo in on what happened to her and his dad, and the only reason she hasn't said anything is because she does not want Aldo's perception of his dad to be altered. Like, there's a lot of things that some of our parents may experience together, but they don't tell us those things because they want us to have this pure image of our parent. And poor Gabby, she's just trying her best, she's feeling confident. Now, some of you all may be like, well, why isn't Gabby sad now? It's been a day or two and she's had time to process this and she's just feeling like herself again. To be honest, I feel like Gabby was really obsessed with the idea of wanting that family thing that she wanted when she was a teen. She was like, well, I got pregnant with this guy. He was my first boyfriend, and I really think that we need to be together. Not saying that Gabby doesn't love Margot. Gabby has a lot of love for Margot. He was her first boyfriend, her first love, but that doesn't mean that he is her last love. And they are still actively together right now. Oh my gosh, our dog is sick. We have to take Mika to the vet, but they're still actively together now, but Marco's still staying at his mom's. They have texted, and Marco wants to come by and talk to Gabby and just kind of see where she's at mentally and just where their relationship stands. Oh, she has to go to work. We'll send her to work today because I definitely have to have Gabby make up for some missed time. Gosh, there's so many spots all over the house. But Gabby has missed a lot of work, so I'm gonna have her make up for lost time. And some of you may be noticing that Aldo is in here and he's DJing. Y'all listen, I don't know what this kid is up to. He has been very disobedient with Gabby. He's been staying out late. He's not been doing his homework. I mean, he did bring his grade up from an F to a D, but he's still struggling. And Aldo took it upon himself. He should be telling his mom these things, but he has signed up with a record label, and it's a kind of like a sketchy record label. He definitely should have talked to his mom first. That way she could do like a background check on them and see if they're legit or not. But Aldo has been in here mixing, what would you call it? He's just making beats and stuff, and he's been selling stuff to them, and they're like, well, you need to have this ready fast. And I'm almost getting a little scared for Aldo because I don't know if he's involving himself in the wrong crowd or not. But Aldo has just been really rebellious, and I don't know this side of Aldo. He's definitely not the sweet Aldo we all knew, very obedient to his parents and everything. And if you guys take a look at his what is this called? I don't even remember what it's called, but his character character values. His manners are terrible. His emotional control is terrible. His responsibility is terrible. Aldo still deep down is an empath. You know, he cares about a lot of people, and his conflict resolution is very, very low. But yes, this side of Aldo I have never seen. I have no idea who he is, but you know, I mean, he's a teen, he's going through a lot of things, and so many of you kind of understood why Aldo was upset, and some of you all were also like, we get you, Aldo, but you are the child in the situation. So he's very immature in a sense, as he's like, you know, I just see my parents on surface level. I don't see what's deep down inside and what's going on with them. And so he's just been sneaking out a lot with his friends and hanging out with them because he feels like his mom is just basically ruining the family, even though she's not. You know, his dad still comes by and still checks. He just doesn't really talk to Gabby as much when he comes in. They kind of do their own thing. I think Marco's just feeling very awkward. You know, the proposal went downhill, so he's just not been feeling like himself. But as I said in the beginning, Marco does want to come over and he wants to talk with Gabby and just kind of see where she is headspace wise and if she wants to even continue this relationship, because he feels kind of awkward at this point. You know, he just proposed to the girl of his dreams, but was it really pure intentions, y'all? Do y'all feel like they were pure intentions? And I don't mean that there's anything sinister behind it, but was Marco even ready himself? We just know that he got out of a relationship with another girl, and it's really weird because he and his fiance were doing really well. They were very in love with each other. They were happy, and he didn't rush in anything with her. He just really enjoyed her company and her time, and then Gabby popped up, and it was almost like he got distracted. And I don't know if it's the fact that, you know, Marco has a child with her and he feels as though parents should stick together. I have no idea, because his parents were very rocky when he was growing up, and then he didn't even get to stay with his parents. So there's just a lot to take into perspective. I have no idea, but I think that I'm going to try to get Aldo to take the dog to the vet. I don't know if he can. I'm hoping he can take Mika because she's got something going on and she's not looking too good. Aldo just got to the vet and he's making his way to go check in Mika into the vet. And honestly, I'm really surprised that he's still doing this because, as I said, he's been acting out a lot. He's been very immature lately. So to see him take this responsibility for his dog is amazing, you know, for one. I think that he really just cares a lot about Mika and he takes good care of her. Like, even though he shows signs of immaturity with his mom, he's still very responsible when it comes to his dog, and that's great. Whoa, Aldo, what's going on? A breathtaking encounter? This girl right here? What's her name? Devin Whitney. Same first name as my husband. Oh my gosh. I mean, she's cute. I think Aldo is just attracted to literally anybody that passes him by. He's always attracted to somebody. So I don't know if he's just going through those teen mood swings or what, but he needs to keep a straight head because he has to come in here and make sure that Mika's okay. So we're gonna just pop down on this couch and wait and see what the vet has to say about poor little Mika. I'm hoping that it's nothing major. I mean, we definitely have the funds to cover whatever she needs, but hopefully she'll be okay. I'm so worried about her because she looks so bad. Okay, so it looks like Mika has squirrel scratch fever. Which treatment option would I prefer? I think it would be kind of cool to see her, not cool, but it would be kind of different to see her with the cone of shame because it's just something new. But I don't want to do that to her. We're just going to go ahead and get the expensive treatment, and you know, our pet's gonna get the best medicine she could possibly get. And Aldo just snuck his mom's credit card. You know, he's feeling quite rebellious lately. He just took it. He didn't even text her. He took the card and he decided to take care of Mika. Well, Gabby would not care. She would just more so prefer him to tell her. Oop, Mika's like, what was that? She would just prefer him to tell her. But like I said, Aldo is very rebellious lately and he didn't even care. He didn't feel like he had to acknowledge his mom. It's almost like the level of disrespect he has for her is quite alarming because we all know what Gabby's been through. You know, she's done a lot to make sure that her son doesn't have to worry about the things that she had to worry about and just making sure he has the best upbringing. So it's kind of hurtful to see him treat her like this. And I say that, I'm controlling him, so of course I have room to do this. But as I said in the last episode for you guys, I am telling a story, and I feel like this is how Aldo would respond to like his parents, going through what they're going through. It just seems right for him to respond like this. Gabby just got home and she is not happy. She first noticed all the trash that was out in the yard, and she's like, I told this kid he has chores on the weekend. We do not just sit around the house. Her Alma raised her to do the chores and to get things done and take pride in their home. So she's like thinking, I thought Aldo would do the same thing if I told him to do the same thing. And she's feeling extremely disrespected. Not only that, but Gabby realized that she had some charges on her card, and they were unapproved charges, and she called the bank and asked where they were made, and they were made at the pet clinic. Now, Gabby is not upset about it. She is more upset at the fact that Aldo did not tell her, because if it would have been like a shopping expense, like Gabby would have been super frustrated. But right now, Gabby is almost just feeling heartbroken. She's like, what's wrong with my kid? Why is he acting like this? Why is he acting out? What did I do to him? And I'm sorry if y'all hear the clicking. I have not figured out how to turn that off on G-Shade. But she's just like, what's going on with my kid? And why is he acting like this to me and treating me like this? And he's already starting it off. He's like, oh, you're home, you're coming here to yell at me some more? And she's like, are you serious, Aldo? Do not talk to me like that. I just got home and I wanted to talk to you in regards to my credit card charges. And he's like, Mom, I had to take care of the dog. She wasn't feeling good. Is that a problem? And Gabby's like, it's not a problem, honey. Just let me know. And poor Gabby, she's not even knowing how to respond to this kid. And I almost feel bad for her, because she's almost scared to say anything because she doesn't want to ruin their relationship. But she's like, I need to take a deep breath. And she's like, Aldo, please calm down. And he's like, you want me to calm down? I can't calm down. Everything that you've done has just completely affected our family. Look at her face. She's like almost scared. And I hate to say that, because Gabby is a very strong woman, but she's like, what's going on with my son? Like, she's starting to get angry. She's like, I did not raise you this way. I can't believe you're talking to me like that. Who do you think you are? Like, do I need to ground you and make you stay at the house? Because this is terrible. You're treating me like trash. I'm your mother. You need to respect me. And of course, Aldo is like, I would respect you if you made good decisions, but you don't make good decisions. Gabby's like, you know what? You're grounded. You go to your room and you think about how you've been talking to me. And he's like, you know what? I'm actually sick of it. I don't want to be here anymore. I'm going to leave, Mom. You won't have to worry about me. And you can call Dad and tell him that I'll be moving in with him later this week, because I can't take being around you anymore. You're really driving me crazy. And she's like, Aldo, where are you going? He's like, I'm getting my things, Mom. I'm leaving. All right, guys. So it's a few minutes later. Aldo decided to completely run away from home, and he is here with his friends. Yes, this is in fact a very detailed Aldo episode, but he is here with his friends, and he didn't tell them the full story, because if he would have told them that, hey, I basically disrespected my mom, I snuck out and I'm meeting you guys here, they would have been like, you need to go home. Especially Everly. Everly loves Gabby, and Davion loves her too. He would have been like, you need to go home and respect Mrs. Cruz. Like, your mom is amazing. What are you doing? But instead, he just told them, hey, meet me here. I just want to get out the house for a minute. And now he's just raving about going up to his friends and telling them, I can't wait to be an adult, because living with my mom is so tiring. I can't stand it. All she does is nag. And Everly's like, I mean, I'm sure your mom has her reason, Aldo. I don't think she would just do this, to be spiteful. Like, there has to be something going on. And he's like, I mean, I don't know. She's just out of her mind lately. She's making all these crazy decisions, and none of it makes sense. It's really ridiculous. It's almost like she's pulling my leg all the time and trying to see how I'm going to respond. And Davion's like, yeah, my mom does that too. And Everly's like, mine too. So maybe it's just a normal thing. Of course, Aldo's like, no, it's definitely not. And Davion's like, man, if you knew how my mom yelled at me, like, you would think it is. And Everly's like, yeah, I mean, you've met my mom. She's pretty intense. Like, she yells at everyone for everything. So I'm pretty sure your mom is, she's just being your mom. Like, don't take it out on her. She's just trying to be respectful, or not respectful. She's trying to raise you right. So just try to look at it that way. It's okay, Aldo. And of course, hearing this from the girl that he is so into is making him kind of happy, you know. It's kind of making him think, well, maybe she's right. Maybe she's telling me the truth. And maybe my mom is just looking out for me. Maybe I did overreact and maybe I should listen to her. But these three are going to head on over here and grab them a little something to drink. You know, we're going to hang out here for a while. They usually come out here to hang out at the museum and just get away from home for a little bit. This is their spot. You know how kids have their hangout spot. This is their hangout spot. But Aldo's feeling kind of tired, so I am going to cheat his mood a little bit just so I can get him to walk a little faster because we need him to get moving. Like, we're trying to have a whole story progression here, Aldo. We can't have you lagging around. Guys, Aldo was over there making coffee for all of them, and he happened to notice over here that Miss Everly and Davion are flirting, his two best friends, and also his first best friend flirting with his first crush, if that. So Aldo saw all of this from over there, and he is quite angry, actually. Oh my god, they're even holding hands. I don't think they realized that he's seen them just yet, but he's gonna come over here and he is just going to be super upset with them. He's gonna be mean, and he wants to denounce his friendship with Davion because he's like, how dare you, dude? You knew how I felt about her. Like, why would you try to go out with her? He's like, are you serious? And Davion's like, man, I mean, we like each other. We tried to keep this a secret because we didn't want to hurt you. Like, Aldo, please just listen to me. And he's even going to talk to Everly because she's not excused either. He wants to denounce his friendship with Everly as well because he just feels so betrayed, essentially. Like, this girl was supposed to be his friend. She just gave him advice. And so, you know, now he's wondering, does she even mean what she says to me? Like, does she even care, like, how I feel? He's like, Everly, you're just as much to blame. You knew how I felt about you. And she's like, Aldo, I didn't think about that. And, you know, they're all preteens. This is not anything that she thought that far into or anything. Like, of course she thought that Aldo flirted with her every now and then, but she didn't think it was super serious or anything. And Aldo is so upset with him. He's going to act tough. And I think that, you know, Aldo should leave Davion alone. But Aldo is not going to stop here. He is so hurt by the fact that his friends are sneaking behind his back and hooking up. Not only are they sneaking behind his back, but they're into each other, and they didn't dare say anything to him. Now, some of you are going to be like, they could have told him, but they just didn't want to hurt his feelings, and they thought that maybe because he was only into Everly right now, like, maybe his feelings would fade and they could actually become a public couple. But that isn't what happened at all. He is just he's so upset right now. Not only is he having problems with his mom, but his two best friends. And, you know, Davion's like, dude, what's wrong with you? Why would you throw a drink on me? He's like, are you serious? It's not that big of a deal. And he's so hurt by this. He cannot believe that his best friend is reacting like this. Like, it's just a girl, man. Like, I thought you would get over it. He's like, she's not just a girl. She was the first girl I ever liked. And he's like, you barely talk to her in school. I talk to her all the time. He's like, I text her all the time, man. Like, you knew. If you were with her, you saw these texts. And he's like, text doesn't mean anything. You have to physically be there, Aldo. I was always there for her. He's like, what, in school? You were only there for her in school? And Davion's like, no, man. I wasn't just there for her in school. I was there for her after school, and we hung out all the time. It wasn't just that. And, you know, Everly's like, maybe we should go. Maybe we should give him space. And he's like, no, I'm not gonna leave until we resolve this. And Everly's taking a nap. We're just gonna let her take a nap. But he's like, you know what? You're a terrible friend anyway. You haven't even been talking to me or checking in on me lately. And that just shows what kind of friend you are, and you're never here for me. And I like how he's going after Davion, but he's completely just left Everly alone. Everly's like, come on, like, let's just talk this out, guys. It's not that serious. Like, we can fix this. Aldo's like, you know what, man? I don't like the way you're looking at me. And he's like, I don't like the way you're looking at me. Oh my god, they keep pushing each other. Y'all stop. What just happened? No. Aldo's gonna throw another drink on him, and he's throwing coffee on him, guys. He's not just throwing like water or anything. I know it looks like Kool-Aid, but our guy's been drinking coffee, so that means he's been throwing hot coffee on poor Davion. He is upset. He's gonna cuss Davion out and just let him know how he's feeling. Like, Aldo, come on, man. Like, it really was just Everly. Like, you cannot let your friendship with Davion be over, you know, because of him being into Everly and these. I mean, at the same time, I kind of get why he's upset, but this could easily be talked out, you know. I feel like they could sit down and they could talk about it, and maybe if, you know, he understood where Aldo was coming from, it might be okay. Oh my gosh, y'all. Davion is sitting here and he is provoking Aldo. He's like, I don't know why you've been acting like you're gonna fight me this whole time. You're definitely not gonna fight me. I'm sick of you saying this to me. And he's over here jumping at him and bucking at him, and Aldo's like, I'm not taking this anymore, guy. Like, we're fighting. Aldo just got into his first fight with his best friend at that. Like, oh my gosh. And he's embarrassed. He's like, I cannot believe it's gone this far. Like, Aldo's having a bunch of thoughts going through his head right now, but I mean, oh my god, and he got his butt whooped. I mean, I expected nothing less. Poor Aldo, he is definitely going to run to his dad and tell him about this, but Davion just whooped his tail. And I mean, Davion is pretty active, so I wasn't expecting anything less, but I'm going to send these kids home. Aldo's going to go to his dad's, and he's going to go stay with him because he's just, he's embarrassed and he's got a bunch of feelings, y'all. I don't know. Aldo got into a fight with his best friend. He found out his two best friends were, you know, sneaking around behind his back, and his mom is just having this fallout with him. It's just a bad time for poor Aldo. It's the next day, and Miss Gabby woke up to a text from her son saying, I'm not coming home. I'm staying with Dad. I snuck in and I got Mika, and we're going to be staying here from now on. And Gabby is supposed to have Marco come over and he's going to talk to her, but she's just been feeling super sad. She's like, I can't believe my son left. Like, out of everything in this world, the only thing that was really guaranteed for her was her relationship with Aldo. So now Gabby is just all torn up. She is all upset and just devastated at the fact that her son wants nothing to do with her. And this was just because she did not, well, not because she didn't want to, but because she wasn't ready to be married. Like, all this spiraled. I mean, of course she doesn't know about the fact that, like, Aldo got into a fight with Davion. I'm sure he told his dad all about that. But, you know, Gabby doesn't know that. So she's just under the impression that her son doesn't want to come home because of her. And she's looking at the bulletin board and just remembering all of the notes that they had appeared throughout the week. And she's like, I can't believe my son's gone. And she's actually thinking about going to the boutique to kind of clear her head to see if maybe working on her store might make her feel better. Like, if she's working on some dresses, it might kind of take her mind off of things. Like, she's going to browse at a catalog and see which dresses she wants to order in for her shop. As y'all can see, she's thinking about it right now. So I'm going to have Gabby get dressed in something cute to kind of pick her up a little bit. I just recently downloaded the Businesswoman CC pack, so I've been dying to give Gabby some of those outfits. So we're going to hop on into Create a Sim, dress her up, trying to make her feel better, and we're going to head on over to the boutique. Gabby thought going to the boutique and getting all dressed up would make her feel better, but poor Gabby is still quite upset. She is still in her new outfit that we picked out for her, and she did go ahead and go on over to the boutique, but it wasn't making her feel any better, so she came over here, and now she's ordering some coffee and possibly hoping to get a bite to eat really quickly. Now, she's feeling heartbroken because Aldo doesn't want to talk to her. My poor baby. Like, look at her. She's like, I don't know how much longer I can deal with this, like, not having my son home. Y'all, look at her eyes. They are swollen from crying so much. I have never actually seen a sim look like this. Like, Gabby is actually torn to pieces. And not to throw y'all off, but look off to the side here. This is actually one of the guys that you guys voted for. His name is Trevor Ramos, and Trevor was one of the guys on the online dating profile for Gabby. Now, I know we said we were going to date all of them, but we're not going to date Trevor. And also, guys, sorry about the lag. I think it's something to do with my game right now. I'm still trying to figure it out. But Trevor, yeah, he's one of the guys that she was supposed to go on a date with, but I canceled with him because I just don't think he fits the vibe. And why is this coffee shop all of a sudden like starting to be super busy? I hope you enjoy this drink. It's one of my favorites. I forgot Gabby got one of the recommendations, but she was sitting next to Trevor. I was like, maybe she'll talk to him on her own. Oh wow, this place is busy. There's so many people here. I think he was trying to talk to Gabby in that lady was in the way. But Gabby's like, I really don't want to talk. I just want to enjoy my coffee and try to feel better. She does have to meet Marco here in a little bit at 5 o'clock at the house. So she's going to head on back. You know, she's trying to finish up this coffee. So she might be a few minutes late, but she's going to head home after she finishes the coffee so she can meet up with Marco. So y'all tell me why Marco was supposed to be here at 5. And yes, granted, you know, Gabby was running a little late, but Gabby got home at 5:15. We were supposed to meet at 5 and Gabby got here at 5:15 and Marco was not here. Marco just showed up. It is 6:23 and this man is dazed. I don't know if he's been hitting the bottle. We all know that Marco has a past of, you know, kind of relying on other things to boost up his mood, give him confidence, or just make him feel like himself. So I have no idea what's going on, but Gabby is not here for it. Gabby is like, are you serious right now? I invited you over here to talk about us and to also talk about my son. And he is just not really himself. I have no idea what's going on with Marco. Gabby went ahead and started off by saying, Marco, you were supposed to be here an hour ago. I've been waiting a whole hour for you. And what are you doing? Why do you look like you've been drinking? And why do I smell alcohol in your breath? And Marco was in the process of just gagging, like he's about to throw up. And Gabby's like, are you serious? You come to my house and you're still the same, Marco. Like, why would you come over here like that? He's like, Gabby, just let me explain. Like, you're always jumping down my throat. You never give me time to explain myself. And he's like, I was driving and, you know, I'm just feeling a little tired. That's it. And Gabby's like, Marco, really? Are we still going to pretend like I don't know you and you're going to sit here and lie to my face? Like, I know when you've been drinking and when you're not yourself. And he's like, you don't know anything, Gabby. Like, what are you talking about? And Gabby is to the point where she does not even feel like arguing with him. She's like, you know, I don't think that we should be together. I think that we should just be friends right now. And I don't even know if she should do that. I think that she should actually just break up with him. Like, just let him know, hey, I can't do this. Like, you definitely still have things going on in your life and we just can't be together. And he's like, what do you mean we can't be together? And Marco thought that he was coming over here to save his relationship, but he should not have come over here drunk. You know, he should have came over here with a clear head, ready to talk to her. Not only did she want to talk to him about their relationship, she also wanted to talk to them about her son that just disappeared and went over there to be with his dad. Now, she is upset because she's like, I care a lot about Marco, but he clearly has things that he has to work through still. Like, I thought this was all resolved, you know, when we got back into each other's lives, but obviously it's not. And that's not saying that Gabby's at fault here too. Gabby has other things that she also needs to work on. That is why she was single in the first place. Now, a lot of you guys are going to be like, well, she wanted this, like this is what she asked for. And to be honest, it's not. Like, Gabby asked to be single, but Marco presented the opportunity to be with Gabby and she was like, I always wanted my family to be complete, so why can't I do that? And Marco wanted that too. Marco wanted a full family because he comes from a broken one. So I think that he really tried to force things to happen with Gabby, even though it would have been super fast if she would have said yes. But as y'all can see, this man is still dazed. I have no idea. And he's just standing out here. He's like, I cannot believe she just broke up with me. Like, I think he's kind of confused, y'all. So Gabby tried to walk away from the conversation because Marco was just not in the right place to continue talking. She broke up with him, but she wanted to talk to him more tomorrow. But Marco is just like, you know what? No, I'm not done talking to you. Even though I may not be completely in my right mind, I definitely know that I'm not the only one to blame. Gabby, you are also to blame. Like, have you ever taken a look at yourself and realized how messy your life is? And she's like, Marco, you have no idea. Like, I know my life is messy. That's why I'm trying to fix it. And he's like, you're trying to fix it, really? And guys, isn't it funny how he's almost sitting in the same seat that Aldo was when Aldo was yelling at Gabby this morning? This is so crazy. I feel like Aldo almost got a lot of his traits from his dad, and that this is something that they both need to work through together. Like, I feel like if Marco gets help, then he could kind of help his son work through his emotions as well. Because as y'all can see, Gabby's pretty calm and collected, and you know, she's not really raised her voice unless Marco has started things with her, which he has. And I mean, it's just bad. But Marco's like, you know what your other problem is? You let that guy Diego constantly dance around you, and you know how he feels about you. And she's like, what are you talking about, Marco? He's my best friend. We are just friends. I have told you that a million times. He's like, you're just friends? I saw you guys on the beach hugging. And she's like, you have no idea what I was going through. I had just been proposed to by Thomas, and I had to call off my engagement because I wasn't in the right space. And you, Marco Garcia, you try to throw a ring at me and tell me that I need to marry you, and because I tell you I'm not ready, it's a problem and it's the end of the world. She's like, what about the time that I wasn't ready for you? I mean, I was ready for you and you weren't ready for me. And Marco's like, hang on, like, chill out, Gabby. I have, you know, he can't even get his words straight. And she's like, Marco, that's the problem. Like, I was ready for you all those years ago and you weren't ready for me. So what's wrong with me not being ready? And he's like, well, I mean, he can't even talk right. And Gabby's being sarcastic. She's like, see, it wasn't always me. And I can't even look at Marco right now because he's so drunk right now. Like, I don't know. I think that he just needs to go home. And Gabby doesn't want him in her house anymore. So she is going to yell at him. And I feel like criticize his style. No, I actually want to shout forbidden words at him and just tell him, you have no right to talk to me like that in my house. Like, you need to get out. I don't know why you and your son feel the need to talk down on me, but it's not right. And she is going to yell at him because she almost walked away. You know, she almost situated herself in bed, but she said, you know what? No, I constantly let people run over me and they're not going to keep running over me. I'm tired of it. And he's like, Gabby, how about we talk? And she's like, no, Marco, I'm done talking. I tried to talk to you earlier, but this is just ridiculous. Like, I need you to leave. And he's like, I'm sorry, you know I'm kind of clumsy. I don't mean to be this way, but I've just had a little bit to drink. She's like, I know you've had a little bit to drink, but you cannot come over here to my house and disrespect me like this when I'm simply trying to talk to you. Like, just leave, please, Marco. Just go home. I can't do this right now. I have too much on my head about our son. And I mean, yeah, you probably should go, Marco. Like, what are you doing? I cannot believe he came over here drunk, guys. Like, poor Gabby. I really have no idea what to think right now. I mean, Gabby's definitely going to need some time to process things and just realize where her headspace is. So I think by the next part, you guys, we're going to have almost like a tiny time skip, because Gabby's obviously going to go through the motions of being sad because, one, she just broke up things with, you know, Marco. Even though she isn't fully in the position to accept his proposal, she still does feel. She's still a human. She still has these emotions. So it is going to take her a little bit of time. And then also her son leaving, she's going to have to adjust to him not being at the house. Like, this is all new for her. She has been joined at the hip by her son since birth. So she's only known her son and her, and it's just going to be a lot to adjust to. So guys, please prepare yourselves, because in the next part it will be probably about a 6-month jump for Gabby of being single and everything and just processing. So by the time we come in, she's going to be ready to date and everything. So yeah, I mean, I hope y'all enjoyed this episode. I feel like we answered a lot of questions and did a lot of things, and if you did enjoy this and you're not subscribed already, please subscribe to become a tech boat. We'd love to have you here, and I will see you all in the next part. Bye guys.